Hello everyone, this is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts. This is Prehistoric Facts special episode number 181. We're going to be talking about a herbivorous dinosaur today, and the herbivorous dinosaur is Camptosaurus. And so here is an artist rendition of two Camptosauruses. I love the spots here on the body, stripes on the tail. Very well done. Whoever did this artwork did a very fantastic job here. Some information about Camptosaurus. Camptosaurus, the name means flexible lizard. Length is 16 to 26 feet, 4.9 to 7.9 meters. Height is 6.6 feet, 2 meters. Weight is 1,000 to 5,000 pounds. Lived 156.3 to 146.8 million years ago in the late Jurassic period. And fossils are found in North America and possibility of fossils found in Europe. And it was described and discovered by O.C. Marsh in 1885. So this is from the Bone Wars, and so this dinosaur was discovered in the latter years of the Bone Wars. So here on the left, you actually have the map of the United States. The fossils of Camptosaurus are found in this state, Colorado, Wyoming, this yellow state right here, Utah, this pink state right here, and there's been some fossils of Camptosaurus found in southern Montana. So it's in the Rocky Mountain region where you find Camptosaurus fossils. And so you got the size chart right here of Camptosaurus with a dog, with like a basic dog. So Camptosaurus is not really a really large animal at all. It's not a large dinosaur, so it's kind of a small to medium size dinosaur. So based on the dog, and if you put a human right next to it, Camptosaurus would be as tall as a man, a full-grown man. And then here's a skeletal drawing here by Scott Hartman. So a lot of Camptosaurus fossils have been found. So you might have complete specimens that are out there. Some are nearly complete. So majority of them are nearly complete, but we might have an idea of what the skeleton of Camptosaurus and the body design of Camptosaurus really does look like. More information about Camptosaurus. It is part of the Ornithopoda family, so it's an ornithopod, the bird-hipped group of dinosaurs. So that includes, like, say, the ceratopsians, the ankylosaurs, the stegosaurs, those types of dinosaurs, even the hypsilodontes and iguanodonts and those types of dinosaurs. Part of the Dryomorpha type of dinosaurs, so it is kind of part of like, say, a relation to Dryosaurus. And the part of the clade that it is really part of is Ankylopolexia. Ankylopolexia. Now, what this really means here is that in terms of where Camptosaurus does fall into the ornithopod family tree, is that it is an ancestor to the iguanodontids and the hadrosaur forms. So it is a distant ancestor to the iguanodon, to, like, say, iguanodon and other hadrosaurs. So that is really, really neat. That is a really neat thing about Camptosaurus. And a unique thing about Camptosaurus, like all iguanodontids and even hadrosaurs, it can walk on 4 limbs and it can run on 2 legs. So it can walk on all 4s and run on its hind legs, so its back legs. And that's what you have, and that's a much easier way for locomotion for this type of animal, including with the iguanodontids and the hadrosaur forms. And like iguanodontids and hadrosaurs, it is a herbivore. So it has chewing teeth and near the back of the mouth. And so, yeah, that's what Camptosaurus really is. It's a herbivore. The environment in where Camptosaurus lived in, it was warm, humid, and occasionally dry. There would have been wet and dry seasons. There was no such thing as spring or winter, or spring or fall, or even winter. So it was a very warm time during the late Jurassic period. And of course, you have trees, ferns, cycads, but there is no grass and no flowers during this time in the late Jurassic. Flowers did not start dominating until pretty close to 100 million years. 100 million years ago in the Cretaceous period. There would have been lakes, rivers, and ponds, And other types of animals that were around, like insects, amphibians, reptiles, mammals, pterosaurs, and other types of dinosaurs. Birds were kind of around, but they were not really common in the Jurassic. And Camptosaurus definitely had predators. Camptosaurus is one of those dinosaurs that does not have any defenses that much for like physical standpoint against predators. So the predators it would be having is Ceratosaurus, so the dinosaur that has three horns on its skull, two above its eyes, one on its nasal area, and of course the main predator, mostly the main predator of Camptosaurus is going to be Allosaurus. And Allosaurus was one of the most common predators in the late Jurassic period. And so you got Torvosaurus. Torvosaurus a little bit larger than Allosaurus, and of course the biggest predator during the late Jurassic period is Saurophaganax. And Saurophaganax would have mainly had Camptosaurus as a tasty snack, and Saurophaganax would have more likely have been going after the sauropods. But all four of these dinosaurs would have been predators to Camptosaurus. The extinction of Camptosaurus is mostly going to be due to climate change. So one of the things that was happening was sea levels were beginning to rise, and of course the continents were spreading apart. Of course, so in Laurasia, which is North America, uh, Europe, and Asia, uh, North America and Europe were splitting apart from each other, and that would actually widen the Atlantic Ocean. And of course, with sea levels rising, that does play a part into this too. But it was not really going into North America that much. The Western Interior Seaway didn't start happening around, like, say, between 100 to 95 million years ago. And of course, warmer temperatures were on the horizon, so there were warmer temperatures happening. So it was getting drier, and also the wet seasons were becoming very sporadic. And then you actually have new plants that were beginning to develop. And when you're a plant eater, and then the plants change and they're building up defenses against these herbivores, that's where things start going really bad for Camptosaurus. And of course, with new plants, there's always new predators and new herbivores too. And so the predators also have been making an easy meal of Camptosaurus. But Camptosaurus, its main defense is pretty much living with, like, say, other types of dinosaurs like Stegosaurus, and living in and probably living in flocks or herds mainly. But and so yeah, these animals went extinct due to climate change mostly. And here's a map of what Earth looked like around 152 million years ago. So this is during the peak of when Camptosaurus was around, and you can see North America right in this area right here. And so yeah, you actually get this really yellowish region right here. That's really a dry spot. And where Colorado, Utah, they're right on the edge right here. Wyoming is a little bit further north, and Montana is a little bit further north as well. So yeah, it is really going to be Camptosaurus living in those types of areas, and so it had to survive pretty harsh conditions during that particular part in time, especially for the dry seasons. So the next episode will be on July 7th, 2022, and there'll be a Q&A episode. So if you got any questions about dinosaurs and other prehistoric life, feel free to email me at dinochrist71@gmail.com. Also go on my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. Like the page, you actually post your questions in the comment section. Please put them in the comment section. Don't put them in Messenger. Messengers for private conversations. So yeah, please put your questions in the comment section if you're checking out my Facebook page. And also for you YouTubers out there, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also share the video, share the channel to anybody who's interested in dinosaurs and other prehistoric life. And according to my analytics, a lot of you guys that are checking out my channel are not subscribed yet. So please feel free to like the videos, because that helps out the algorithm, and also subscribe, and also stomp out the notification bell so that way you can get weekly videos that actually comes out, and weekly notifications of every video that comes out. So feel free to do so, and if you stomp that bell, that way you can get notified of a video that comes out. And of course, for YouTubers out there, feel free to leave your questions in the comment section, because I do read them all. Your questions do mean a lot in these Q&A episodes, and that really means a lot. And you come up with some really good questions. And make sure you keep your questions short to the point. You could also follow me on Instagram at dino.chris.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there. You could also follow me on Twitter at CSGRALL. It's my Twitter page. I post pretty cool stuff on there as well. So take care of the people around you. And those are for younger people out there, to make sure to listen to parents and teachers and guardians. It's the best motivation. You're going to have a good education. It's very important to have a good education. With a good education, you get a good job in the future. That's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time.